virtual cooking night at Kenya Music Project. We will have no music today, but we will have a tasteful evening. And the reason for is you will guide us through so that all can have a Kenyan dish at home and at the KP base in Rüdersdorf. Ja, herzlich willkommen zum Virtual Cookout. Ich kann das einfach nicht aussprechen, Jonas. Wie heißt das Ding nochmal?
Virtual Cookout.
Zum Virtual Cookout in Wir haben heute mit euch gemeinsam vor, ein kenianisches Gericht zu machen. Ist Jonas hier, der wird uns durch diesen leiten und unseren darstellen. Ein Applaus für Jonas.
Ich werde noch rot. Ja, ich entfernten. Das ist ganze gut momentan 40 Minuten mit den ganzen Baustellen entfernt. Und freue mich, heute hier sein zu dürfen, um für euch zu kochen, um für uns zu kochen und euch ein bisschen Kultur näher zu bringen.
Jonas is from Walde, so a few kilometers from here, and he came here today for the cooking night. Just cooking night.
Yeah.
So, what we're going to do today is a Kenyan dish, and maybe you have heard about it already. It's called pilau. Pilau masala, and maybe people at home wonder, what is pilau masala? Maybe you can tell us a few words about pilau.
Yeah. So pilau is basically a rice dish. It originated in kind of India, Afghanistan, Pakistan, got transferred over to Africa. Pilau ist ein Reisgericht. Das wurde in Indien damals entwickelt und ist weit verbreitet in Afghanistan, Mittlerer Osten und wurde auch in Afrika nun mal genutzt. Es ist ein sehr internationales Gericht und es gibt unzählige Arten, wie man dieses Gericht kochen kann. Today we're going to cook the Kenyan version of that. Die kenianische werden wir heute kochen.
And we're looking forward to it. And of course we cook for a lot of people here, and maybe you also have guests at home. So such a big dish, we also need some help, of course.
Yes.
So just Jonas here and me. I'm Anne. But a picture on our cutter at duty today. His name is Jonathan. Jonathan, maybe you can grab a mic and introduce yourself. What is your role at Kenya Music Project? And now that you have a microphone, maybe you can even say, what is Kenya Music Project?
Hello all together. Yeah, Kenya Music Project is a project where Kenyans and Germans come together every year and make music together, and they go on tour to different cities in Germany. And yeah, but this year we have an online program, of course, because of COVID and so on. Yeah, you know the story. Yeah, and I'm Jonathan, and normally I play the piano and I'm making some music stuff at KP, but now I'm the person with the knife in the hand and the vegetable on the table.
Thank you, Jonathan. Really great. And then we have one more person. Julian, maybe you can join Jonathan. And you have a special role today as well. You will be mixing. Julian wird heute assistieren beim Kochprozess, damit nichts anbrennt. Julian, vielleicht kannst du auch noch mal 2, 3 Sätze zu dir sagen, wer du bist und warum du beim Kenya Musikprojekt dabei bist.
Ja, ich bin Julian. Ich bin beim Kenia-Projekt seit 2020 dabei, und zwar, weil es mir super viel Spaß macht und einfach die ganze Kulisse da super toll ist und die Leute da super nett sind und ja, die Arbeit einfach super viel Spaß macht.
Vielen Dank, Julian. Und wir werden den ersten Topf auf dem Herd gibt. We will get back to Julian as soon as we have something on the stove. So, but now we will actually go back to camera 1. And
Is that the one?
I think it's 1.
Yeah, you just call it one, and that's the 2. Yeah.
Yeah, of course we have a big team here behind the scenes that are making all the camera angles, all the audios, and also the decoration for today. Everything has been prepared by a big team of Kenya Music Project. And now we will actually start going into the cooking process.
Yes.
I already mentioned it's pilau masala.
Yes.
And we will go through that in 7 steps. The last step actually is not pilau masala, but that is kachumbari. I hope I pronounce it correctly. All the Kenyans can judge me on that. Yeah, we will have a 7 steps cooking session. And maybe Jonas, I will give the word to you because you know what we have to do in order to get a delicious dish today.
Yeah. So, first we need to cut like all of our vegetables. That's the most important part and the part that takes up the most amount of time. Then we need to fry and cook onions. Add some garlic to it, some ginger. Then let that cook for a while. Add potatoes to it to give it a bit of a roasty aroma. And then put some water in it. That's kind of step 1 and 2 together. So let's do that first. But before we begin, I want to introduce you to the main actor today. And that is this spice. Maybe you can, we don't want to make product placement, but it's pilau masala. This is what gives pilau masala its usual taste. Well, right now we have some Kenyan product here from Kenya, but there is actually a way to make it yourself. Therefore, we need a lot of spices. But as you've seen in your list that's been sent to you, I hope you have all the spices there. So maybe let's go to camera 3 there. Hello? And I'll show you all the spices we need. 1 second, please. So, I'll just take that. So, we need Nelken. We also need Koriander, Kreuzkümmel, Kurkuma, Zimt, Chili, black pepper, and very important, cardamom. It's not written that like that. Believe me, it's cardamom, okay? So, because we cook for a lot of people tonight, I won't exactly replicate this amount of spice because therefore it's not enough because we kind of cook for like 12 to 15 people today and that's not enough. But I'll show you how you can do it for yourself at home. So, for all of this, we have a list for what you need to do. And let me just get a bowl.
I will assist you.
Ah, yes. No, I have one.
I'm too slow for assistance.
Yeah, you're too slow for an assistance. You need to learn that. So, well, that's a bit awkward here. Can't we, do you want to hold it for a second? Can I have a holder, please? Thank you. Okay, so, can you see the bowl and everything? So, I've prepared a list. And I'm going to mention it in German and in English so you can understand it as well. So, we start with the first things. You need spoons. 1 Teelöffel, very important, and 1 Esslöffel. Esslöffel.
I don't know where. I think I have it. It's here.
Ah, thank you, thank you.
Esslöffel.
Yes, an Esslöffel. Okay, cool. So those are the 2 like measurements we have. Das werden die beiden Maße sein. In Löffeln macht es sich halt einfacher. So we begin with Kreuzkümmel. It's this one. We don't want to make product placement. So there we add 1 to 1.5 teaspoons. No, sorry, Esslöffel. So we put some in it, and it's not bad if there's too much in it, because it just tastes good. So we just added 1 there. Then we need cardamom. This one. It's a bit hard to get, yeah, but I hope you still got it somehow. There we add 1 teaspoon. 1 Teelöffel. Kann auch ein bisschen gehäuft sein, ist kein Problem. Rein damit. After that, Zimt or cinnamon. Was man auch gerne hört, ist, dass Zimt nur, ein Esslöffel by the way, dass man Zimt nur für Weihnachtsgerichte benutzen kann. Das stimmt allerdings nicht. In kenianischen und orientalischen Gerichten ist Zimt eine sehr weit verbreitete Gewürzart, die gerne dafür genutzt wird, Dingen ein bisschen exotische Richtung zu geben. Da wird es auch 1 Esslöffel gehäuft geben. Ja, wollen wir mal, da. So, 1 Esslöffel gehäuft. Da aber aufpassen. So, jetzt kommen wir zu Nelken. Nelken, auch was ganz Tolles. Meistens kennt man sie eher so als kleine Blume, die irgendwo am Raum, irgendwo wächst. Aber Gewürznelken sind ein absolut großartiges Gewürz für eine Menge orientalischer Gewürze. Ihr könnt sie natürlich, also wenn ihr sie gekauft habt, so als sag ich mal, Blüte, dann müsst ihr da jetzt alles klein raspeln. Also hoffe ich, ihr habt es in Pulverform. Ja, ansonsten, ja, viel Glück beim Kleinraspeln. Nelken auch, braucht man nicht zu viel, 1 Teelöffel. Okay, so, jetzt Koriander. I think in most German kitchens there is some form of coriander, because also the Italian spices use coriander. Und ja, das sollte eigentlich ist Koriander in der Küche zu finden, in der typischen deutschen Küche, aber ansonsten, wie gesagt, das ist es. Hat auch einen sehr besonderen Geruch, ein bisschen frisch, könnte man sagen. Und da brauchen wir jetzt eine Menge. 2 Esslöffel bis 2,5, je nachdem, wie viel Gewürz gebraucht wird. Wie gesagt, das ist nur für den Eigengebrauch hier zu Hause. Ja, es kommt halt. Bisschen kamerascheu. 1. 2. So. Dann gucken wir weiter. Pfeffer. Schwarzer Pfeffer, weißer Pfeffer. Das ist eigentlich egal. Es hat den gleichen Effekt. Es soll ein bisschen Spice dazu bringen, so ein bisschen Würze. Da machen wir 1/4 Teelöffel. Ja, was ist ein Viertel halt? Ein bisschen. So, ich weiß nicht, sieht man das? Ist nicht viel, wirklich. Man braucht nicht viel Pfeffer dafür. Das macht man da rein. Und dann, weil jetzt noch ein bisschen Chili rein kann, wird es alles noch ein bisschen, ja, es kriegt noch ein bisschen mehr Bums halt, ne? It's going to be a bit more spicy. Okay, with chili we take also like pepper, just a bit, not too much. Like that, that's enough. You mean it's chili, you know, you don't want to burn your tongue. Yes, like this. And then we mix everything together like this. We want all the spices to really mix and blend together very well and very nicely. Immer rühren, dass sich alles schön verbindet. So schön, dass es verbindet. Wie gesagt, das ist hier eure Version für zu Hause. Das kann man dann zum Schluss in so ein kleines Gläschen reinmachen, so ein Einweggläschen. Da reichen auch Marmeladengläschen. Like you can take like an empty glass of jam or something for it. Then you can put it in there. You could use it for all other kinds of African, Indian dishes. It's very nice actually. It's very handy. So, und, machen wir mal nicht. So insgesamt kommt ihr auf Pilau Masala. Wie gesagt, like I said, this is not enough for 12 to 15 people. That's why I used this. I actually tasted it and there's no huge difference between the bought one and the self-made one. So that's how you make your own Pilau Masala.
Wow, amazing, Jonas. Really cool. And it also already smells really, really nice in that kitchen. You can't smell it at home, but maybe you're already that far, as Jonas is, and follow with an open mind. Maybe you have the same smell at home already. So what we're gonna do next, of course, is we continue cutting the vegetables.
Yes,
right?
yes.
And we already have a team over there. Maybe Jonas, you get a short break because we will look at the table to see how the cutting process is going and how what vegetables we actually need for the whole cooking process. So what we can see here is that Jonathan already did a good job in cutting many vegetables, which you can all see on our table here. Oh, I will sit down because we have a new guest here on the table as well. So Jonathan, what did you already cut?
Hello, yeah, we already cut the garlic into really small pieces, and I'm still working with the ginger. Yeah, it's all also really small pieces, and the next thing will be the onions, and yeah, and then I think
In a few moments we will see you cry, I guess.
yeah, of course. It's a really sad story about cutting onions, you know. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
see.
we already I don't know the English word. Yeah, we had potatoes, but we peeled them exactly, and there are tomatoes,
Whatever.
and avocados. Yeah, that's all we have on this table right now.
So what you can see, there's a lot of things to be cut, and we don't want to disturb Jonathan. We are really thankful that he's doing that job for us. And in the meantime, we are inviting guests here, guests from KP, so that we get an impression actually what it is like to be in the KP base here in Rüdersdorf. And we call this the hot chair. Does it feel hot already?
Yeah, it does.
It does? Okay. Okay, it's getting quite warm in here. Maybe it's the lamps, maybe it's the hot chair. And we would like to ask people several questions that are in this year's KP. So, this is Luise. Hi, Luise.
Hi.
Maybe you can introduce yourself and what do you do at Kenya Music Project?
Yeah, of course. I'm Louise, I'm 21 years old, and in the Kenya Music Project, we've been singing a lot in the choir and in church, and yeah, and we are very creative. We prepared so many videos for the kickoff event, and it was all a huge thing. Yeah.
Really cool. And this year's cooking session is something really new, and it gives us the opportunity to learn something about people that we usually don't learn. So, for example, what is your favorite dish?
Lasagne, vegan lasagne.
Oh, okay, vegan lasagne, really cool. And who is cooking that usually?
I am. Because my family doesn't know how to cook vegan lasagna.
Okay, really cool. Maybe next year we can make vegan lasagna.
Maybe.
Have you ever eaten a Kenyan dish before?
I have never. In fact, I'm very excited.
Okay, really cool. We are all looking forward. We are also quite hungry already. And thank you, Luise, for your introduction to the hot chair. We will see more people here on that hot chair, but first we will go back to Jonas and see what is next in our cooking process. And for this, we will go back to camera 1. It is still camera 1. And Jonas here refreshed what are we going to do next in our process?
Okay, so the next step we're going to take is actually preparing the stove. That means we take, well, in our case, oder in unserem Fall, ist es ein ziemlich großer Topf, weil viele Leute. For you, I would also recommend at home using a pot, oder ich würde euch auch empfehlen, einen Topf zu nehmen. Es macht sich einfacher. Man kann eine Pfanne nehmen, aber ja, man muss dann umschütten und das ist doof. Deswegen nehmt einen Topf, macht sich besser. So.
We assume everyone has a pot like this at home. Of course, it's like, I don't know, 50 liters or something like that. We will cook a lot of food. Maybe you have this opportunity at home as well.
Hey Jonas.
Yes.
I hope I did the right thing with the ginger. Did I cut the ginger in the right way?
Let's see.
Jonas,
Can you bring me the cutting board for a second? I want to see with the camera. Wow.
So we will now have a small checkup on the vegetable
it's
cutting.
like mini cubes, and is it?
Like this? Like this is the ginger, yeah?
It was a bigger.
Okay, it
piece,
was a
and
bigger piece, but
I peeled it.
yes,
Yeah.
you peeled it, and now it looks like this, yeah?
Yeah. Right.
Okay, so this is also ginger.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is
Also ginger.
also ginger. So it's 3 different types of cutting ginger. It seems like it, but it doesn't matter in the end because as we will soon see, it will all be put in there and cooked. So the shape doesn't matter. It just needs to be cut in some way because we don't want to like bite on a chunk of ginger on it. Yeah, but good job. Well done.
I really like ginger, so
Well done.
it would be okay to bite on a piece of ginger.
Okay, so
Jonas.
let's get back to camera 1 maybe. Shush.
Oh, dangerous knife.
So Ginger normally oder Ingwer für euch zu Hause, falls ihr es noch nie benutzt habt, sieht so aus. Hat man vielleicht schon mal im Laden gesehen und wenn man es so vor sich hat, komische Struktur, weird shape, aber mal bricht, dann kommt ein sehr zitrusartiger Geruch. It smells very fresh, very much like a citrus fruit. Es ist aber recht scharf oder würzig, kann man sagen. Es hat eine Frische zu sich, aber auch gleichzeitig eine Art Schärfe. Ein bisschen wie, als würde man Zitrone mit etwas, was will man sagen, Zimt mischen. So, das wird auch sehr wichtig sein in unserem Prozess, den wir gleich anfangen werden. Zuerst schauen wir allerdings, ob der Topf nun mal langsam heiß wird. Dann nehmen wir, gucken wir mal. Ja, langsam wird es was.
So the pot is about to get hot.
Could you please give me the oil there? Ja, ja. So we use olive oil, but you can use any kind of oil you want. It doesn't matter, really. It's just oil, but olive oil, you know, it tastes good. So what we do, the next step is we put a good amount of oil in there, like a good amount.
I hope you can see how much oil that actually is.
Like it's quite a lot because it's a huge pot, you know?
Maybe we can switch the camera for a second to our very engaged KP leader, Jonathan, who is crying in order to make this
Jonathan,
delicious
what's
food.
so sad? Tell me.
I have to cut the onions. And the onions, they feel pain.
You know,
Okay.
So sad.
actually our marketing concept is to see happy people in front of camera. Maybe you can smile a bit more while you're crying. Yeah,
No.
that's good.
Okay, but still, thank you to John for cutting the onions. You're the only person who can do that. I would cry a lot doing this. Okay, but good thing you have the onions there. Because right now,
You want that?
we're going to need the onions.
Yeah, I will.
I'll just use the knife. Give it to me.
Okay.
Okay, maybe, can you use this camera? So, we're now going to put the onions in there, yeah? That's correct. The sound is good. It's very good. It's very good. Now, we need a spoon to mix everything together.
There, in this corner.
In this. Ah, thank you, thank you, thank you. Because we don't want it to burn to the ground. Would be a huge mistake because onions get bitter when they burn, when they get black. And you don't want them to get black, don't you? So you need to keep doing that. Maybe look at this. Can you see it? Yeah, that's nice. So really just keep it a bit, make some, maybe, wait, let's do something else. Let's prepare this one. Just roll everything together, a bit more inside here. Yes, good and nice. So this needs to be cooked for roughly, it depends on the heat really. If you have gas, it usually goes a bit faster. But electricity, well, let's just say for 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Really, you want it, you want the onions to really, can you see it, the onions in there? You really want them to hold their color and not burn to the ground, you know? Because, well, I'm trying to reheat this plate so we can actually use this one to have a better look at it. So really, es ist wirklich, wirklich wichtig, dass ihr rührt, während ihr die Zwiebeln ankocht, weil wenn die anbrennen, werden die bitter. Und ihr wollt nicht, dass die bitter werden, weil dann schmeckt das Essen ein bisschen bitter. Ist auch nicht schön. Also einen leicht anbraten. Und jetzt ist es wichtig, jetzt kommt der nächste Schritt. Garlic. Jetzt kommt nämlich Knoblauch. Kennt ihr? Man kann mal riechen. Wow, that's garlic. Whew. So, we put the garlic.
There are more onions following.
Oh, we have even more onions. Nice. In there, some more onions. That's nice. But now what you want to do, you know? And now, maybe I made a bit of a mistake. Ich habe einen kleinen Fehler gemacht, weil hier noch ein paar Zwiebeln waren. Ist aber nicht so schlimm im Großen und Ganzen.
Also need some of the onions for the kachumbari.
Genau, später. So, put the onions back in it. Okay.
Bist du kurz raus, bist du weg?
Yeah, let's just use this one instead. Now we have a closer look there. You can see everything in there? Really, maybe can you, from there, like this. Can you see everything or is it going to, okay. Also wie ihr seht, versuchen wir hier alles schön zu vermixen. Dass es schön aussieht, dass man hier ganz gut Spice ranbekommt. Währenddessen wäre es sehr praktisch, wenn die Kartoffeln geschnitten werden könnten. Das wäre sehr praktisch.
Okay, wir werden anfangen, die Kartoffeln zu schneiden.
Kannst du mal?
Wir haben in der Zwischenzeit einen Wechsel am Schneidbrett. Beziehungsweise Wechsel bedeutet, wir wissen noch nicht, wer als nächstes kommt. Deswegen eine Frage ins Team.
Wer will schneiden?
Wer würde kurz den Schneidprozess übernehmen und uns die Kartoffeln schneiden? Ja, Luisa hat sich
Oder
bereit
Luisa
erklärt.
oder... Okay. Meanwhile, maybe you want to take a hot share on color?
Yes, of course. So, as you can see, and hopefully hear, we have a new visitor on the hot chair who already started helping us with the cutting. Don't eat. Kolo, you get a microphone. Lucky you, because, yeah. Kolo, we are here to speak to the first Kenyan tonight. And as we are cooking a Kenyan dish, of course, we would like to know whether you actually like pilau masala.
Pilau masala, I really, really love it. It's, we usually say, you know, when pilau is cooked, even the neighbors want to come and join to eat the pilau masala. Because it's one of our, we eat it when we are doing something, when we're celebrating. But we also cook it at home when we just want to sit as family and eat together, just like any other meal. But it's rather special.
Really cool. And so I guess you're really excited whether all the Germans here are doing a good job tonight, I guess.
Yes. I'm not just, I'm waiting to eat it, but I'm also really excited to see the Germans cooking pilau masala, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pilau masala.
I thought you said something else. There's another pilau, but pilau masala. I'm really excited to see the Germans cooking pilau masala, and I can't wait for Jonas to be ready so I can taste a bit of it.
Yeah. And Kolo, you have been part of Kenya Music Project for a very, very long time already. And I would like to know, what is your role and what are you looking forward the most this year?
My role at Kenya Music Project, I was given that role quite a long time ago. I'm called the Opa. They even gave, yes, I'm starting to grow gray hair. Opa means the grandfather of the project. And I got this role partly because I'm one of those who sort of like established the project. The other being Juliana Blumer, who is currently not around. And what I'm looking forward to this year really is, regardless of the COVID situation, that we were not allowed to get the Kenyans to come over, it's very exciting to see the Germans who are available this summer come together to put together such a beautiful project. We are known for music, we are known for dance, but we are not so much known for things like a cookout like this. And this is very exciting to see that happening, because that is actually what we usually talk about, but we never thought of having it as a part of our program. We talk about chapatis, we talk about pilau, we talk about ugali with the Germans. And of course, when they come to Kenya, we do that in Kenya. But it's really good that we have that now integrated into the program and we can cook together.
Really cool.
Yes.
And as you maybe heard, Jonas introduced the spice that we use today the most. It's called pilau masala, and it consists of several other spices. One of them is called coriander. And as I know, you also have a certain job that is related to the Bible. I would like to know whether you have an idea whether and where coriander is actually mentioned in the Bible.
Oops, now you've put me in the hot spot.
Of course, I also have to check it up on my phone, but of course, I also am allowed to do that because I don't work at the Kirchenkreis, so
I'm really not sure.
I also was surprised that it's mentioned in the Bible.
Yeah.
It's actually mentioned in the Old Testament.
Is it part of the medicinal concoctions that are made?
Now I'm not fully sure what that means in German.
Some medicinal mix that was prescribed?
No, it's actually in the Bible when Israel was in the desert.
Okay, yeah.
And it's written in Exodus chapter 16, verse 31. It's one out of two verses where it's mentioned. And it says that, and the house of Israel called the name thereof manna. And it was like coriander seed, white, and the taste of it was like wafers made with honey.
Wow.
I've
learned something from you.
Yeah. It's a cookout with learning experience. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining.
I thought I knew the Bible, but see, there's always something new to learn.
There's always something new. And now I heard Kolo is actually on the way to get more food for our base.
I was just about to go for shopping.
Okay, so we will let Kolo go for shopping. And meanwhile, we will see on Jonas' side how the cooking process is
And just like every
going.
good kitchen, you're allowed to have a bite of something. So I'll have a bite of the tomatoes.
Illegal. So we just need a couple of more minutes for the potatoes to be cut, but that's actually a good opportunity. Kolo, wait a second. Could you come back for... Yeah, is it on? Is it on? Yeah, okay, sorry. So there's actually a good opportunity now because the potatoes still need to be cut for Kolo to try our new made spice and compare it to the original one. because as a Kenyan, he should know. Shouldn't he? So, the original spice is this one. So, let's have a nose. What do you say?
If I sneeze, it's your mistake.
Ja. Nicht niesen. Hey,
Let's
was?
see, pilau spice seasoning, yeah?
Ja.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, it's spiced. Who should have guessed? And now, take a nose at our self-made one. This one, yeah. Take a nose at it. Can come closer a bit.
Wow, you made this?
Yes.
Now it's really, it's almost 1-to-1. It's almost 1-to-1. I have to tell you guys, they made this and it's really like the one we bought in Kenya. Yeah, so?
I think what he means to say is it's even better.
Yeah, this is like the Germans would say, you know, bio, it's made at home, you know.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For allowing me to
Yeah,
be the taster.
no problem.
Yeah.
Oh, the smeller. The
This
smeller.
number.
Now, Kolo, you are actually allowed to leave. Thank you so much.
All right.
And Jonas, where do you want me to go? So that
No, I just want you to maybe put the microphone somewhere else.
I will go.
Ja.
And you
Also,
have them out.
because eine kurze... Oh, Rührer. Thank you. Julian is now. Das ist Julian, er wird nun rühren. Ganz wichtiger Job, wie gesagt. Man will nicht, dass der Knoblauch anbrennt, das wird dann nämlich bitter. Und das schmeckt wirklich nicht schön. Aber, kurze Side Note, short Side Note. The spices itself, oder die Gewürze selbst, riechen unglaublich stark und gut. Aber, wenn ihr dann mal einen Finger nehmt und probiert, werdet ihr feststellen, das schmeckt gar nicht. Das hat auch einen Grund. Die entfalten erst ihren wirklichen Geschmack und ihr Aroma, wenn sie erhitzt und gekocht werden. Also nicht erschrecken, wenn ihr das Gewürz selber nachgebastelt habt, voll aufgeregt seid, ja, jetzt habe ich afrikanische Gewürze, probiert und denkt euch so, was ist denn das? Also, keine Sorge, das wird noch besser werden. Das wird noch wirklich gut schmecken. Wir schauen mal, wie das hier läuft. Oh, das sieht sogar ziemlich gut aus. Wir machen jetzt nämlich folgenden Schritt. Während ich sehe, die Kartoffeln sind bald fertig, kommt jetzt Folgendes. Können wir auf Kamera 3? So, kannst du die mal nehmen? Dann ruhig mal weiter. So. Wir sehen hier, schön rein. Genau, wir sehen hier, das sieht richtig gut aus. Das hat sich schön vermengt. Was jetzt kommt, ist, dass wir, und jetzt mache ich es einfach trotzdem, ich nehme einfach unser selbstgemachtes tolles Gewürz und jetzt gebe ich schon was gut hier rein. Schon, kann ruhig schön was rein. So. Jetzt gucken wir mal. Kannst du mal reinmachen? So. Wir wollen jetzt, dass sich das hier alles vermixt. Das, wie gesagt, ich habe es auf nicht ganz so hoher Flamme. Das ist jetzt hier Stufe, ja, was ist es? 5 so. Wir wollen nicht, dass die Gewürze anbrennen, weil auch wenn Gewürze anbrennen, wird es bitter. Das wollen wir ja nicht. Bedeutet, wir wollen nur, dass es sich erhitzt und mit dem Knoblauch und den Zwiebeln vermischt. Was ich vergessen habe zu erwähnen, währenddessen habe ich noch Ingwer, der klein geschnitten wurde, reingemacht. Den könnt ihr auch jetzt noch reinmachen, wenn ihr es ja, jetzt erst mitbekommen habt, oder ich habe es euch jetzt erst gesagt. Ihr könnt es noch reinmachen, kein Problem, das hat gar keine Auswirkungen. Also schön hier alles vermixen, Knoblauch, Zwiebeln und Ingwer. Es riecht schon sehr, ja, was würdest du sagen, wie riecht das, Kameramann? Riecht gut? Ja, super. Also. Ja, genau. Okay, jetzt, was wir machen, das hat sich gut hier verrührt. Jetzt, wichtiger Part. Very important step. Ich nehme erstmal die kleine Schüssel. Bisschen schwer. We use the potatoes. Ob ihr jetzt festkochende oder weichkochende nehmt, nicht so dramatisch. Wir nehmen die Kartoffeln und packen sie alle schön rein. Alle Kartoffeln sollen rein. Da rein, da rein. Wenn ihr merkt, es wird zwischendurch zu trocken, nehmt noch einen Schuss Öl. Kein Problem, kann man machen. So, jetzt sehen wir, die Kartoffeln sind hier drin und wieder rühren. Rühren, rühren, rühren. Wir wollen, dass sich die Kartoffeln schön mit dem Gewürz und dem ganzen, sieht man das? Gewürz und allem vermengt, dass es richtig schön dick wird. Man kann auch noch mal ein bisschen Salz hinzufügen, das ist auch gar nicht mal so schlecht, dass die Kartoffeln gut gewürzt sind. Da habe ich mal hier Salz. Was ich jetzt mache ist, das ist eine Methode, die ich mir selber beigebracht habe, so ein bisschen. Eine Handvoll Salz. Aber da wir hier, das reicht vollkommen aus für euch zu Hause. It's enough for you at home. But because we have so much, we use 2 hands. 2 Hände, weil ist ja eine Menge, ne? Also wir kochen ja hier für 15 Leute. Es soll ja hier nicht ein bisschen lasch werden, das Essen. So, nochmal schön alles verteilen. Schön verteilen, verteilen. Und vielleicht hört man es ja. Ich gehe mal ran mit meinem Mikro. Dieses leichte Knuspern, das soll entstehen. Da sollen die Kartoffeln so leicht Aromen aufnehmen. Jetzt kann man die auch ein bisschen höher stellen, die Herdplatte. Ein bisschen heißer machen. Und wie gesagt, schön vermengen alles. Man kann auch noch mal ruhig ein bisschen Gewürz nehmen. Da kann ich ja hier bei uns ja schon hier, also kann ja hier, ne? Schön rein und vermengen und vermixen. So. Das kann erstmal kurz stehen bleiben. Wir wollen, dass ihr ein kleines bisschen Röstaromen bekommen. Währenddessen sage ich schon mal, was als nächstes passiert. Wir nutzen als Maß hier Tassen Wasser. Tassen Wasser machen sich sehr praktisch, so, weil Tassen meistens die gleiche Milliliteranzahl haben, so um die, ja, ich sag mal 250 bis 300. Das ist sehr praktisch, weil macht uns einfacher. Später. Man hört. Das sieht schon gut aus, hört sich schon gut an und riecht auch gut. So, umrühren, schön rühren, rühren, rühren. Wir wollen nicht, dass was anbrennt. Das ist immer doof. Macht es auch später doof beim Abwaschen. So, now we use hot or not hot water. 1 2 3 and 4. Ja, bitte, was willst du denn?
Ich brauche einmal kurz die Information von dir, wie die Tomaten geschnitten werden sollen.
Die Tomaten werden gewürfelt.
Okay, alles klar. Und die alle, also ich meine, das sind echt viele.
Nein, also wir werden nicht alle brauchen. Dann nehmen wir mal so, sagen wir mal,
Die erstmal?
die erstmal.
Okay, alles klar. Dankeschön.
Okay, währenddessen, was jetzt hier passiert ist, wir haben hier Wasser reingekippt, packen jetzt einen Deckel rauf und lassen das jetzt für rund 10 Minuten kochen. Und dann gucken wir mal weiter. Währenddessen gehe ich weiter an meine Co-Moderatorin Anne.
Ja, und wir haben jetzt schon die nächste Person auf dem Hot Chair. Ja, Mushai. Du kommst auch aus Kenia und auf deinem T-Shirt, da ist nicht Kenia dargestellt, sondern
Afrika.
ja,
Mit vielen Ländern.
ja, ich habe heute ihn schon damit geärgert. Wir werden jetzt auch dir ein paar Fragen stellen. We will also ask Mushai some questions because Mushai has been a member of KP for quite a while already. When did you join KP for the first time and what is the KP spirit for you?
My first tour was in 2012. I joined KP so officially in 2012, and I just found it so cool. I just wanted to make sure that I always come back for KP, and that's what I really liked about it, and that's what I tried. I just like chilling with people, making music together, the whole setting up, setting down. It's such a vibe. It's really cool.
And you really like the KP vibe, and we also get that from you. It's a lot of fun to work together with Mushai. What is your job that you do here?
It depends. I've done very many different things. Sometimes I sing. There's a time I played bass. There's a time I was helping with the leadership and planning and organizing the tour. But now, the last 2 years, I've really been helping with the video, setting up such wonderful cameras, or making sure that you guys are able to see us even in these times when we're not allowed to be together. So lots of Technik stuff, lots and lots of cables and such things.
And as we already heard, it's the first cooking session that we have at KP. And I would like to know, what is your favorite Kenyan dish? And for the Germans, of course, we would also like to know, what is your favorite dish in Germany?
Yeah, it's our first cooking session in English. No more Abendbrot. Yay! Yeah, but I'm happy that it's not bread today for dinner. But we have a warm meal, a Kenyan meal, pilau. I'm excited to see how it comes out. My favorite Kenyan dish, I don't think I'd be allowed to say anything else apart from chapati. Yeah, I really, really love chapati. I really, really, really love chapati. It's just, I don't know. Chapati's there, and then there's just like nice vibes. Chapati is like, I don't even know how to explain. It's like a flat bread. It's like naan, but naan is an Indian bread that's flat, but naan sort of like explodes, or people put air inside. But chapati is sort of flat, and when it's made really well, it has layers. So you put it open, it's just like layers, and you eat it with a lovely stew or goulash. It tastes very nice. You can eat it with soda, you can eat it with tea in the morning, you can take it as a snack, you can make a wrap with a banana and Nutella. It's very vielfältig. And my favorite German meal, yeah, wait, it's coming. I really like schnitzel. What do you think about schnitzel?
It's typically German. It's like everybody, when he thinks about Germans, it's like Schnitzel and Sauerkraut.
Yeah, I don't like the sauerkraut part, but I really like the schnitzel part. But there's a lot of meals I've eaten here that I didn't used to eat so much in Kenya, and I don't know if I would attribute it as a German meal. Like Ofengemüse. I eat a lot of Ofengemüse since I was here, and I really like Ofengemüse. I don't know if I'd say it's a German meal. What's your favorite German meal?
Oh, my favorite German meal, I think, well, what I eat a lot in Germany, even though it's not typically German, I think are Döner, is actually noodles with almost everything, like mostly vegetarian sauces, vegetarian bolognese or something, but that again is not typically German. And maybe also with schnitzel, people from Austria would like to interfere and say that actually it's not typical German. But of course, schnitzel, your favorite food. I hear the excitement both about chapati and about schnitzel, but today it's all about pilau. And also for you, we have a question, because you, as a Kenyan, most probably know everything about the spice, pilau masala. And therefore, I would like to ask you something about cumin. You know, cumin is also a pilau masala spice, of course. And oh wow, okay, I have no clue. I can say it's Kreuzkümmel in German, but in Swahili,
I don't know what spice you're talking about, because without the Swahili name, I can't really relate.
Okay, as we have a lot of Kenyans here. What is cumin in Swahili? Arnold Wasike.
But it's okay, ask your question.
Okay, we have phone jokers here. We will find out every Swahili word and can translate. No, but I would like to know where cumin is actually coming from. Like in the ancient days and nowadays.
Like if it grows on a tree, or if it's a plant, or if it's a root?
That too, but also from which area of the world?
The area of the world comes from many different areas of the world, but I'd guess like India, that whole Indian region. I think that's where it sort of originated. And what was it? Where it grows? I know it's not a root.
But the question was not what is not it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like doing like cutting it out, yeah? It's not a root. I know it's not leaves. I can hold it for myself. Or do you want to hold it? Okay. I think it's a seed. It's a seed. Yeah, it's a seed for a plant. I'd say the plant grows to maybe maximum of a 1 meter high, and the seeds are in pods so that you remove them. Yeah, that's my guess on how cumin. I can draw a picture for you.
Okay, we are excited for the picture later, but unfortunately it's a tree that can grow up to 15 meters high. And originally it doesn't come from India, but from Indonesia. From okay, yeah, he actually meant Indonesia, of course. The islands are called
Micronesia, Polynesia.
Polynesia, of course. No, that's called the Moluccan. Moluccan Islands. I'm not sure whether that's the English term, but from the trees on the Moluccan Islands they came from, and now it's, for example, grown in Madagascar or in Zanzibar.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
But 15 meters high.
50 meters at maximum height, but yeah. So thank you so much for your hot seat. You want to add something?
I have one last final story about pilau. At home, pilau, there were two main meals which you knew were coming up. Like, you know, sometimes you didn't know what was for dinner. You just had to wait to see. But with pilau and with chapati, you knew you are going to have it in the evening. For the chapati, because the dough. If you see like flour being bought or flour being removed and put aside, or dough being made, then you knew, okay, this evening we're going to eat chapati. And for the pilau, for me, I always knew because my mom would remove all the different spices earlier and have me crush them for her, because she'd buy the spices, put them together, mix them together, and then crush them herself. Or I'd crush them for her as soon as my muscles were big enough. And yeah, so that's how I used to know like there's pilau coming up, because I'd have to crush the spices.
Well, thank you so much. Today you did not have to crush the spices. You're actually behind the scenes at the camera and the setup outside. Thank you so much that you make us visible and hearable. Is that audible? Yeah. Thank you so much. And now Jonas actually joins.
Yes. I just found something out. You know, with our best friend Google, we just found out that cumin in Swahili is called. Okay, wait, let's. Jira. It's jira. Look at it. Is that correct?
Yeah, it is. It's exactly what I'd have said. It's exactly what I'd have said. Yep.
Okay, so now we know it's jira in Swahili, and with this knowledge we can now go back to Jonas, who is still at our pot, and I hope nothing burned.
Okay, so no, nothing burned now, or until now. I hope so. Right now the stew is still cooking. Es kocht noch, es kocht auch wunderbar. Wir können ja mal zwischendurch ein bisschen umrühren. Ist immer wichtig, schön umrühren, gucken, dass nichts anbrennt. Immer schön umrühren. Es braucht jetzt noch circa vom Kochen her gute 4 Minuten. Also 4 Minuten, was machen wir jetzt? Ganz einfach. Es geht um das Gericht, was wir danach kochen. It's about the dish we cook afterwards. Das kann aber auch währenddessen gekocht werden, was wir auch später machen werden. Dafür brauchen wir verschiedene Dinge. Ich zeige euch das schon mal. Ja. Da ist die Kamera. Wir brauchen Tomaten und Avocados und noch ein bisschen Zwiebeln. Ja. Könntest du noch mal Zwiebeln schneiden?
Gibt es da noch mehr Zwiebeln?
Ich schätze mal. Gucke mal, ob du noch ein bisschen Zwiebeln findest.
Ich finde hier keine.
Ja, finden wir trotzdem. So ist nicht das Problem. Dann gucken wir mal hinten gleich nochmal. Jedenfalls nutzt man dann die Avocado und die Tomate und macht daraus eine Art Guacamole. So kennen wir es nun mal. Aber das ist eigentlich ein kenianischer Salat, der dazu gegessen wird, um dem Ganzen ein bisschen mehr Frische zu verleihen. Ihr könnt aber auch Joghurt nehmen und Joghurt mit ein bisschen von unserem Gewürz, ein bisschen Zitrone, Salz und Pfeffer nehmen, um daraus dann ein Joghurt-Dip zu machen, wenn euch der Geschmack von Avocado nicht gefällt. Das wäre dann auch ganz frisch schön zu dem Gericht, aber später dazu mehr. Jetzt gucken wir erstmal mit Kamera 1, wie es in dem Topf denn nun mal aussieht.
And maybe I give a short translation because we are now making a Kenyan salsa.
Yeah, this is the sauce I just talked about.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
And we have a little onion shortage right now at our place, but we will use a lot of tomatoes and avocados to make that actually happen. And now
Yeah.
Jonas is going to go back to the camera free, as we call it.
We just zoomed in here, can you? Ah. Oh. Yeah, I can see nothing though. But it smells. Does it? Arnold, now you behind the camera. How does it smell? It smells good. Okay, it smells good. That's good. So we can see we still have a bit of water in here. Can you maybe move the camera a bit closer? Yeah. Can you see it? Yeah. Now comes an important part. We have to use basmati rice. Now basmati, we use basmati rice because it's very fluffy, and yeah, it's just the best rice available. Like it's the best dough. Wait, Leute, kommt schon, basmati rice ist so, ne? Okay, so we use nochmal Tassen oder Cups als measurements. Macht sich immer ganz praktisch. We have this bag, this 1 kilo bag, and it's quite a lot of rice. Maybe you bought those plastic bags. Then I tried to translate it into plastic bags. So for yourself at home, you'll need around 2 to 3 plastic bags of rice. Depends on how many people there are. We going to use a couple of those, and therefore I will actually need a bit of assistance again. Julian!
How can I be of help? In the meanwhile.
Ah,
Oh, Julian
can-
will help. Okay,
Julian
I'm
will.
not necessary.
No,
Julian is
you're
doing
not.
a much better
Yeah.
job. I will sit in the background.
okay. Maybe now what you need to do is hold it, open it. Yeah, you can just put it somewhere there. Oh, sorry. Umrühren. Ah, ja. Aufheben. There's a bit of rice in there. Professionals would have used scissors, but I'm not professional, I just use my hands. Yeah. Whoop. Okay, so now we are going to use a lot of rice for that, because we're a lot of people, as I said again. I'm going to use 1 cup of rice. Two cups of rice. Well, actually, I could start to divide all of that in cups, but we want to eat someday, you know? Can you please keep still? Yeah. Again, with my special hand technique that's very special and mysterious, I'm going to open. Ah, so. Nochmal ein bisschen Reis. Wie gesagt, wenn ihr zu Hause nicht so viele seid, dann braucht ihr nicht so viel. Das ist jetzt, dass es lange hält, ne? Jetzt machen wir hier aber 1 Tasse, 2 Tassen. Hoppala. Das passiert, wenn man es nicht gut aufschneidet. Und das sollte eigentlich, das sind jetzt, nochmal. So. Genau, das ist jetzt genug. Umrühren bitte. Jetzt brauchen wir viel Wasser. Viel Wasser. Normalerweise auf 1 Tasse Reis kommen 2 bis 4 Tassen Wasser. Aber weil wir so viel Reis haben, brauchen wir auch eine Menge Wasser. Heißt, ich mach mal ein bisschen Wasser rein. Machst du gut, Julian. Machst du gut. Abendtraining, wa? So. Habt ein bisschen Wasser. Wir werden wahrscheinlich nicht alles brauchen. Hoppala. So. Umrühren, umrühren, schön. Lässt es sich noch umrühren? Ja, bitte.
Wie viele Avocados soll ich denn da schon mal reinmachen?
Du machst da jetzt.
Ich habe jetzt schon 3 oder 4? 3, 4? Irgendwie
Mach
so.
noch eine.
Eine noch, okay.
Ja, genau. Mach erstmal eine noch und dann.
Okay.
Machen wir.
Alles klar, danke.
Jo. Wir zeigen auch mal ganz kurz. Wir zeigen noch mal mit Kamera 2. Zeigen wir hier noch mal ganz kurz. Ich komme mal ein bisschen näher ran, wa? Zeigen wir, so soll das aussehen. Schön mit der Gabel die Avocado rausholen aus dem. Wir können ja mal ganz kurz gucken hier. Mach mal. Genau, schneidest du schön. Ey, super, als hätte er nichts anderes gemacht, ne? So soll das aussehen. Sieht man das? Gut, super. Der Kern wird rausgeholt. Da gibt es auch einen Trick. Zeig ihn uns. Oh, gefährlich, nicht Fingerschneiden. Und so kann man diesen Kern rausnehmen, weil der flutscht mit der Hand. Das ist ziemlich fettig. Dann wird die Avocado genommen. Ja, Entschuldigung. Avocado genommen. Und mit der Gabel oder auch Löffel, mit dem Löffel geht es ein bisschen besser, wird es rausgeholt. Da.
Boah, die ist echt richtig böse.
Na, dann ist doch gut. Du hast wie gekleckert da, ne? So, wenn wir die alle rausgeholt haben, dann werden die mit der Gabel schön breit gematscht, dass da richtig schön so ist. Ja, das Geräusch war schön dafür. Das wird gesalzen und gepfeffert. Wenn man mag, kann man noch etwas Knoblauch dazu geben und zur Frische noch etwas Zitronensaft oder halt diese Zitronen-Limetten-Dinger, die man halt immer kennt. Ne? Das kann da reingegeben werden, weil wenn ihr Guacamole zu Hause macht und ihr macht ein bisschen mehr davon und ihr habt die dann, würde ich euch empfehlen, die schnellstmöglich in einem verschließbaren Deckel oder in ein verschließbares Gefäß zu nehmen, weil die oxidiert mit der Luft, bedeutet, sie wird braun und das sieht bah aus. Das sieht wirklich nicht schön aus, wenn diese Guacamole dann braun wird. Mit Zitronensaft wird dem geholfen, dass sich dann länger hält. Also das ist halt in Säure eingelegt, kennt man ja, haben sie damals gemacht, indem sie Essen konserviert haben, haben sie es mit Säure, mit Zitronensäure eingelegt oder in Salz. Wir machen es hier mit Zitronensäure, das passt dann wunderbar. Aber währenddessen, du machst es super gut, wunderbar. So, wie sieht es hier aus? Du kümmerst dich da gut drum, ist es noch okay? Glaubst du, brauchst noch ein bisschen Wasser oder? Nee, wa? Gut, machen wir erstmal Deckel ruf. Jetzt so. Erstmal Deckel rauf. Gekocht ist so. Dann würde ich sagen, gebe ich wieder an Anne ab und sie holt den nächsten Hot Chair Guest, welcher sich momentan sogar hinter der Kamera befindet. Na komm, gib mal her.
Ja, ihr seht, wir bringen hier alle auf den Hot Chair, die wir greifen können. We get everyone in the picture. We show you all the people that are involved. So he was just behind camera free, and we are happy that you're now seated next to me on the hot chair. How does it feel to be on a hot chair?
Actually, this chair is quite comfortable with 2 cushions and very colorful cushions. So it's a colorful chair, not a hot chair.
Okay, I forgot even to introduce you. What is your name? I will not tell your name like all the others. And what is your role in the KP tour this year?
So my name is Arnold, and basically part of the KP tour as a leader. I'm in the leadership team, and I also help with a lot of logistical stuff. So I basically am in charge of mainly the band, and not really, as in I must say, mostly the band, the technical team, but to oversee that everything that deals with band, technical, and planning actually joins together to form the tour. So that's my role.
And of course, it's also not your first time eating pilau in your life. When was your first time when you had pilau masala?
Well, that's an interesting question. I think the first time I had pilau was most probably at some wedding. I'm not so sure if it was, I think I was most probably, I was definitely very young, most probably around, like, the ones that I remember maybe around 8 years old, or as in when I come to know. But it was always a celebration thing. So when you hear pilau, it was something you're going to celebrate, or someone is celebrating something always when you're doing such things. Yeah.
And we already heard it's a lot about the spices in pilau masala. And therefore, I assume Kenyans just know a lot about spices. And I would like to know from you, what is the most popular spice in the world? And maybe you know even the second popular one.
Is salt a spice?
Yes, it is.
And is it the most popular?
Actually, in the list I found, black pepper was the most common one. But maybe they did not count salt as a spice because, as you mentioned it now, I think maybe salt could beat black pepper. What is the second most popular one?
I'm not so sure. Second most popular spice. I think many people use, for example, pepper, salt. I'll just go with what I like, curry. Definitely is not the third, but definitely should be the third most popular or the second most popular spice.
It's almost correct because curry consists of one of these spices. It's cumin, actually. So in pilau masala, we actually have two of the most popular spices combined into one spice in the world. And we also have one of the most expensive ones of the world. It's actually not the first or second, but the third most expensive one. Which one could be in pilau masala that is the third most expensive spice in the world?
Ginger, cloves, cardamom. I don't know.
I think cardamom. I would guess cardamom.
Jonathan is right. He helped the Kenyan to remember the pilau spices. No, cardamom is actually the third most expensive spice in the world, as my 3 minutes Google search gave out. And now actually is a time to look up facts for yourself. Of course, you can look up all the things that we said today. And if you look in the description below the YouTube video, you can actually also see what is happening in KP or in Kenya Music Project if we are not cooking. You can see the website in the description below. So click on the website and there's many more things. And I will invite Arnold again later to tell us more what is happening this week. But now I think we go back to Jonas, who is still stirring. What happened to your mixing partner, Julian?
Yeah, Julian also needs a bit of like a break because I can't always have somebody else do my work. So now what's important? Could you use this camera again? Oh, thank you. What's important now, oder was wichtig is that you should maybe stir the rice in between, because rice, oder ich sag mal auf Deutsch nochmal, Reis immer umrühren beim Kochen, besonders wenn er in sowas dickflüssigem ist. Because rice has the kind of the habit to stick to the ground, like es brennt halt am Boden an. Das möchte man nicht. Ich rühre deswegen jetzt hier gut um, dass das nicht passiert. Insgesamt wollen wir das so lange kochen, bis das Wasser aufgebraucht ist. Oder für die Leute, die Tütenreis nehmen und das danach einfach reinmachen, 10 Minuten braucht der Reis. Wir haben jetzt circa, ja, was würdest du sagen, wie lange waren es? Irgendwie so 6, 7 Minuten? 7 Minuten so? Ja. 7 Minuten, das heißt 3 Minuten wollen wir noch. Und es kommt besonders darauf an, dass der Reis sein volles Potenzial ausschöpft. Momentan sieht der Reis halt so aus. Man sieht, der ist noch recht dünn. Wir wollen, dass er richtig so aufpoppt, der Reis. So, aber während der Reis kocht, kann jetzt schon mal die erste sitzt immer im Weg, Praktikant. Kann jetzt schon mal das erste gekostet werden. Dafür nehmen wir natürlich nicht den Löffel, den wir dann im Mund nehmen, sondern we use a bit of this one here. Okay. Like it smells really good, but I guess we'll need some more salt, like a lot of salt and the spices, you know? It's quite hot. Yeah, it's on fire, huh? The rice still needs a while to cook. Like it's still very bissfest. Therefore, more salt. Now I'll use way more salt because, yeah, it really. Okay, then and now because we don't have more, I use this one. Therefore, I will also use a spoon or two. It all depends. Now, I can try, oder ich kann versuchen, euch zu erklären, was alles, wie genau man würzen muss, aber ihr müsst es auch selbst erschmecken, wie es euch selbst gut schmeckt. Es kann nämlich sein, dass ich jetzt sage, macht so und so viel Gewürze rein und dann schmeckt es euch gar nicht. Das ist ja auch doof. Deswegen immer selber noch mit abschmecken. So, wir sehen, langsam wird es schwer zu rühren, aber der Reis ist noch nicht gut. Was uns sagt, wir brauchen mehr Wasser. Mehr Wasser, wesentlich mehr Wasser. Ja, das reicht nicht. Mehr. Gib mir das Meer. Ha! Ja. Immer rumrühren. Weil was wir nicht wollen ist, dass der Reis hart ist. Das ist ja kein Naturreis mit schwarzen Körnchen drin. It's not like we don't want the rice to be hard. We want the rice to be soft, fluffy, nice to eat, you know, nice to chew. Also the potatoes need a while. So now I think I'm going to add even more water. Just in case. Just in case. And let that cook for a while. Now, ideally, you want to use hot water so the cooking process won't stop. In my case, there is no hot water. Everything is cold water, so it just needs a bit longer, you know? But, again, umrühren, gucken, okay. So. Und diesmal stelle ich mir auch einen Timer nochmal auf 5 bis 6 Minuten. And then I'll give back, I give the word back to Anne, who has the next guest on our hot chair.
Thank you, Jonas. Yeah, we heard we still need to wait a bit for the food, and actually I'm already getting very hungry because in here it smells so nice. Hannah, what does that smell remind you of?
It actually reminds me of Kenya. Like that smell, it really smells like the pilau I ate in Kenya when I was there for my, how do you say that, when you have FSJ in English? Volunteer year. And yes, we actually went on our lunch break. We just went to a place and ate, and it actually smelled like that. So putting you back to Kenya, summertime, good streets, really nice.
really cool to send you back to Kenya. Maybe as you experienced both cultures, so Kenyan and the German culture, maybe you could give us an insight of how different the food is in Kenya. Like, what is different between Kenyan and German food? For example, what Mushai was already talking about, supper is a bit different, while we have Brot und something on top. Supper seems to be different in Kenya. What was your experience with that?
Yeah, I honestly must say I missed the bread. But there was also really nice other things that you could eat. I baked my own bread one time and it was really nice, but I loved also like the warm supper in Kenya, where you just like ate with the whole family in the end of the day, or you just sat down. It was really nice. What I think what's most different for me was that there was not so much pasta, but more potatoes, I would say. So I learned different kind of potatoes, how to do that there, or like also different kind of fruits. Not fruits, that too, but roots. For example, for the breakfast, or having porridge for breakfast, stuff like that. I think that was the most or the biggest difference, especially like more potatoes, less pasta. Yeah.
Okay, and we already talked a lot about spices today. I have prepared one spice for you. Maybe you can guess what spice that is. I know there is a package, but please don't look at the package. You can also smell it and maybe show the people how that spice looks like.
All right, I'm gonna take you into that experience now. I hope I will not mess up. Yeah.
I will hold the mic for her so that she can examine.
So, I'm opening the packages. No, it's actually open. I don't know how much you can see, but this is like one little leaf. I feel like I have an idea what it's gonna be. Wait, let me smell it properly. Yep. Yeah. Funny story. Actually, when I came to, before I reveal the secret what this spice is about, when I came to Kenya, I actually didn't like that spice. But when I came back, I liked it because then I knew how to use it. I think, okay, now I hope it would be so embarrassing if I said the wrong thing, but I think it's coriander in German. Okay, whew. Okay.
I think it's also coriander in English, so yeah. Oh, you see, you really seem to enjoy it. It's a nice spice, and we actually need it in the cooking process also for the second dish that we prepare. And if you can see Jonathan in the picture still, Jonathan, it does not get tired of cutting and mixing, and he is right now. Yeah, Jonathan, show them what you already made in your pot. Yeah, so this is the Kenyan salsa. It looks similar to guacamole, and we already have added. What did we actually add already?
So I picked first all the avocados. These are the rest of it, and I mixed it with a spoon, so it's getting like a cream. Yeah, and then I added half of an onion and some tomatoes, and then I added a bit of this lemon juice. Yeah, Jonas already told about that. It's because it's it's getting a bit of a fresh taste. Yeah. But I'm not sure if it's already finished, so I need the master's advice. Yeah.
So we need to add salt and we're actually done. With this one, yeah.
Okay, the master has spoken. We will add salt and pepper, or Jonathan will do.
Yeah, Jonathan.
We. Okay.
Can you maybe use the, it's not...
Jonas, maybe it would be nice if you could help him to do that. Meanwhile, I will ask Hannah one more question.
1 second. The rice is done. Maybe. Let's see in a second. Okay, so what happened is that Jonathan unscrewed the pepper mill, but you don't need to screw it. You can open the lid and then...
Yeah, it's okay. It's enough. I think it's even not enough.
just mix it.
Okay.
Mix it, and then we'll see, okay? Because everything we cook needs to be tasted. And then we can decide if it's good or not.
And we are looking forward to maybe spicy food, a Kenyan salsa. But meanwhile, Hannah, Kenyan Music Project, of course, is a lot more about music than about cooking, even though what we cook tonight will be very tasteful. But you already did kind of a lot of work this year, because KP did not start today, but actually several days ago. What did you do so far?
Actually, we just arrived from Wittenberg. So we met on Wednesday here in Erkner and traveled to Wittenberg, Lutherstadt, Wittenberg. I don't know if you heard about the Reformation. It actually started kind of there. And we arrived there, met as a team, and we actually had on our very first day, we actually even practiced for our first gig on the marketplace in Wittenberg between the very famous churches, and we had an open air gig kind of. That was really nice. And the next day, that was Friday, we actually had a time to prepare ourselves, to practice, to get to know each other as a team. And now I need some help. What did we do on Friday? What else?
I'm not sure. Was Friday the day we had the kickoff event, or it was? Yeah.
Thank you. Sometimes those days just get mixed up. Yes, Friday we just prepared, and we found out how we want to kick off our tour online. And we prepared some nice videos. I don't know, I hope you actually checked out our latest video, the kickoff event, because it was really nice. Just 30 minutes, but you get an overview of the whole thing, what we did and what we are still planning. So a lot of preparation went into that. We had like to record and write scripts and stuff like that, and set up all the techniques. So it was a lot of work, but it was definitely worth it. So really, really make sure you check it out. It's also on our channel. So that was that. That was Saturday. Then we had the kickoff event on Saturday, and on Sunday we had a service where we also performed and attended. And afterwards, a short sightseeing tour of Wittenberg. And then there was time just for a break. Also like to sleep a bit, to rest, to go into the park and chill and have a good time as a group. And in the evening, we already started settling down because today we're here.
Yeah, and here means we are in Rüdersdorf again, and we are making our virtual cookout. What Jonas is doing right now is that he's trying whether the spicing is already at the right level. And as you maybe have noticed, we are cooking a vegetarian version of pilau masala. But of course, if you would like to add meat, you can we also have the option to add, for example, chicken or beef into your pilau masala. You can either have that at the side, or you at the very beginning add that to the onions and to the garlic that you put in the pan. So we are still in the cooking process, but maybe, Jonas, you could evaluate how well the Kenyan salsa already looks and tastes like, because I think we need your professional opinion on that. Jonathan left his seat, so that gives you the opportunity to actually
of course.
take a bit of what we have here and tell us what we need to be careful when making the Kenyan salsa.
Oh, I finally get. Oh, could you please turn down the heat on the oil there for a bit? Because we get to that in a second. First of all, I just prepared a pot, and I just put some oil in it, because now you can add some meat to it, and originally the meat is also added directly with all the spice and everything. But since we have veganists and vegetarians here, we just want to do it separately. That's why we want to cook the meat afterwards. But now let's just taste it for a second and see what Jonathan did. Jonathan? Come on.
Yeah.
Very good.
Thank you.
It's
I
very
didn't
nice.
get your advice, but
Very nice, very nice. Could add a little bit amount of salt, but that's just my personal taste. But in everything, it's very nice. It's very, very good. So, there you have it. Maybe we can present it again for the camera. Can you see it? That's what it looks like. That's what it should look like. Nice green color. The red of the tomatoes come through and the purple of the onions. Everything is nice and yummy.
Okay, and by having such a nice and yummy Kenyan salsa, we quickly go to the meat that you actually prepare. We are having like 15 minutes left, so you maybe don't see the final product, or
we'll see. We try.
Okay.
We try our best.
We're gonna make as fast as possible, and in the meanwhile, we already heard from Hannah what happened in KP, and we will have a next step, and I will switch to camera one. I hope camera one follows me here. So that, wow, okay, Jonas. That was an attack from the back. So you see that kitchen has limited space, and we are trying our best to move around. So, but of course, you are also interested in what is happening next in KP, and that's why we get our one of the KP leaders, Arnold, again into our camera to explore what other options you have to join this week in Germany, in Kenya, and many more options. Arnold, would you come to our hot seat again? You already know. Oh wow! I think we should go to the hot spot because here it's a wet spot
like
so
really
far.
Let's have some water.
A lot happened so far, even though it has been we're not even half through KP, but so many things happened already. And now this week is gonna have many more events where people can join, and maybe you can give our audience out there at YouTube and at Zoom a short overview what is happening this week.
Thank you so much. So, first of all, we are really glad that you join us, indulging with us with this really trying to get our cooking and enjoying our kitchen here. And this was one of the events that we really thought that could be able to expose some of the cultural differences between what we have in Germany as food and what we have in Kenya as food, because I think food makes a very big part of culture. And just because we're not able to travel this year, we are able to sort of indulge in a bit of this exchange by cooking. So this was one of the things, and we're really glad that you have been able to join us. Before, we were able to in Wittenberg to do a service, and we also did our kickoff event, which you've already just heard. It's really cool. If you have not watched it yet, to get some more information, just go to our YouTube channel here again and see what we did on the kickoff event. But what comes in the future, that's really cool. So from tomorrow, the team will be here in Rudersdorf, yes, and we'll stay here just preparing for the concert. Especially tomorrow afternoon, we shall do practice. But before that, we'll go and visit a home in this area to just hang out with the children there, and also to talk to them, play some games. And that is basically for the group at camp. But also for the guys who want to visit us, who are in the area, you can be able to come to Rudersdorf when we are at Rudersdorf. So tomorrow afternoon we'll be having practice sessions. So for the our group that is usually around this area, Grunheide, you can be able to come and see or also indulge with our practices. You just have to talk to us and see if it's happening. And as in basically contact the leadership if you are coming, so that we also have a good time with our trying to govern our corona situation also. On Wednesday evening is also a very special evening, and Wednesday evening we are also indulging people from Kenya. We shall have music from Kenya, and you're also welcome to tune live from where you are, starting at I think 1930. Kenyan time, I think 2030 German time. Just look at our YouTube channel. You shall be able to see, and also on Zoom, you can be able to see this online international hangouts. You can join with the links that are also on our website. So if you just look at our website, you'll have all information. So what does it entail tomorrow? So we shall have a time of music from Kenya. We shall also have a time to actually, sorry, the chef needs something. It's the lemon squeezy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
And salt.
Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Although I didn't do any of the work. Yeah, so we shall have this event, and our objective is that you get to hear Kenyan music. The guys who are in Kenya have really prepared, and they have done some really incredible music for us, so we can be able to hear a few songs. And we shall also have a time to go into breakout rooms and just sort of interact with the guys from Kenya and the guys from Germany, and you can be able to get a Kenyan friend who can be able to talk to or even ask questions about things you want to know about Kenya. And the Kenyans can also ask you questions about Germany, for example. Yeah. Should I go to the next event, or do you want? Yeah. Okay, cool. So, another highlight on Thursday for the guys who are also in this area is that we're having a hangout at the lake in Grunheide. So we shall have a beach hangout where we shall have canoes where we can go into the water. We shall also have picnic things, and we shall have music at the strand. I can't say this in English anymore. At the strand, we shall have some music at the beach where we have like this sand. And you're very welcome. So if you're in the area on Thursday morning from 10 a.m., come to the Grunheide beach, which has where we have the big volleyball court. I think it's on the northern side. I have a very good location. Verzier Nordstrand, as I've been told. So, as in with Verzier Nordstrand, be there at 10, and we shall have a really incredible time to just play games, play some volleyball, go swimming, do some music, chill a bit, and also just get to really interact with the guys from KP. So, really welcome. We are really looking forward to actually seeing you there. So, if you're watching this and you're in the area, please come and show up at 10. Will be really cool. And the next event will be another mega event. I think we just have mega events. Yeah, this KP. Yeah, that's really cool events. On Friday, we shall be having our concert, which the team here, apart from being cooking masters and stuff, is really also preparing for, and they're really talented musicians. We shall have a concert which shall be in Strausberg at St. Maria Kirche in Strausberg, so the St. Mary Church in Strausberg. We're hoping that the weather will be so cool that we do it outside and we can just sit. If you come, we come like with some things, maybe you can sit down, or we shall also have benches where you can sit. But from 1900, we shall have this concert, and in German 1900, in Kenya that is 20, so 8 p.m. You're very welcome to come and just enjoy the music with us. We are going to have really good vibes, some jazzy African Afrofusion vibes. We shall have some really cool English and German mashed songs, some Swahili German mashed songs. It's really interesting, it's really epic what you're gonna do there. And yeah, we shall also have it streamed live via YouTube for all the guys who cannot come. And you're welcome to Strausberg, and you're also welcome online. Stream it live from wherever you are, your living room. And another important thing, don't just do it alone. Just, for example, go invite a neighbor, tell them we're watching something from our music project in Germany, and bring them together to your living room, make some dinner, and sit down and watch this concert and give us feedback. Say, oh yeah, this is really cool, or yeah, you should also do this and stuff like that. So, or rather, do that better. So, get a few friends, get your dog, get your cat, sit there, get some snacks, and you're really welcome to watch our concert on Friday. See you there. I shall talk about other events later. I think I've spoken too much. I have to cook some more.
Thank you, Arnold. And of course, that was a lot of information with so many cool events. And if you now wonder, oh, I already forgot that time or this location, you can always go to our website, which is www.kenyamusicproject.de. Kenya-Music Project, I think.
I think you get all this information in the Beschreibungsbox, just under. You can just look at comments and you'll definitely find some link over there for going to our website.
And of course, you can also look on Instagram, because on Instagram you find not only stories about what's happening at KP, but you also find insights on who is behind KP, what is the mission of KP, and of course also a lot of music and posts about the team and international experiences. So, you want to add something?
Yeah, I don't know if this was said initially, but we have a music project that is also going on through the whole of this week. And this is very important because our very own Jonathan here, apart from doing very wunderbar guacamole, has also done an incredible work to actually do a recording for one of our songs that we sang a few years ago, Jonathan Nelson. Yeah. And we are asking you at home to actually indulge and just record a part of this song for like 20-30 seconds and send it to us, and we'll make a whole video and put your voice inside it. And I mean, it's already really cool, but we want you to be there. So really just go to our website and get the instructions there, and you can download. We have done a small tutorial, so you just go to our website and listen to your headphones, and from your headphones the song will play, and then you sing for 20-30 seconds. And please try to do this while being a superstar. What I mean by that is record yourself while doing this, so like a video, and send us the video. And when you send us the video, you will see yourself in our launch for this song this year. And a lot of thanks to Jonathan for actually doing a lot of this work. It's really incredible what you can do just apart from doing guacamole.
Thank you so much for the introduction, what is happening this week. And Jonathan actually right now just helped again with the cooking process. So maybe we can give back. Yeah, we already hear Jonas applauding because the team is applauding for Jonathan right now. And we are now giving back to Jonas because I see that there is a new pot on the plate, and we actually have only 2 minutes left, but we will try to see how far we get in the cooking process so that we have a delicious dish tonight, which is called pilau masala.
So maybe camera 2 again. Okay.
This is 1.
Yeah. So, actually we're done with the rice now, with the main dish, which is this one, the huge pot. You see, it gets very hard to stew in this, but that's okay. I added a lot of, we're here. Okay, so we added a lot of tomatoes just at the end, because when you cook tomatoes, the peel always gets like rolled together and it's hard, and no one likes that. For the German guys, ihr kennt es doch bestimmt auch, wenn so Tomaten kocht, so Nudeln mit Tomatensauce, und dann rollt sich so die Pelle von der Tomate zusammen und ist schon so ein bisschen garstig, das möchte ja keiner haben. That's why, und das ist jetzt der Trick, ganz am Ende die Tomaten hinzufügen, add the tomatoes at the end, so the peel will stay on when it's a bit colder. And therefore you have tomatoes to actually look like, I don't know if you can see it, look like tomatoes. That's really hot. But yeah, the food itself is actually done with that. Now what we're still, actually don't worry if it's very matchig, it's very sticky, and that's okay, because there's a lot of starch in there. Da ist eine Menge Stärke drin. Es wird matschig, das ist so. Es wird, also in der Menge auf jeden Fall. Die Kartoffeln geben Stärke ab, der Reis gibt Stärke ab. Man hätte jetzt natürlich den Reis noch vorher waschen können. You could have washed the rice and let it dry for, I don't know, half an hour or more, but who does that? So yeah, the rice itself is actually done, and now we just look over to the, is the cable long enough? Okay, maybe you can see it. I just have some chicken here, which I will cook with just some salt and pepper and a bit of the spice we have, like used the pilau masala, and just let that cook for a while and really get a bit of the aroma. At the end you will add this to the dish, or you just put it in a different bowl and then you eat it together with the, I just call it guacamole. The kachumbari, sorry, the name. Okay, with the kachumbari. In the meantime, while I am sitting here and, well, I'm standing here and making the meat, can you prepare some?
Yeah, of course, because we are almost done with the food, but we will of course also show you how it looks when it's finally on a plate, and Jonas will prepare that, so you can of course make the plate as full as you want. We have chosen a light color of yellow so that it shines on
as
a
bright
day.
as the sun in Kenya.
That was nicely said. And of course we also add some guacamole, because the guacamole
Kachumbari.
Kenyan kachumbari. Oh wow, we are getting lazy here with the names. The kachumbari also makes it look very fresh and adds a certain spice that is not in the pilau.
It's a bit fresh.
Yeah, and with that freshness, you are done with the vegetarian version of our food.
Well, let's just ask a Kenyan if he wants to try that and confirm if it tastes good or not. Kolo! Kolo!
Kolo already tried.
Kolo is not there, okay. Can some Kenyan guy? Be shy. Can you please taste that and tell me if it's good or not for your Kenyan mouth? And please blow, it's very, very hot. More, it's very hot.
Maybe we should let it cool a bit and then I can taste it later, because I burn my tongue very fast. Yeah, so I just let it cool, or I just take some time blowing.
You can first describe your experience smelling it. How does it smell?
Okay, you can smell the pilau smell. It's really strong, which is good. It's important. Pilau smell needs to be the strongest in the food when you're eating pilau. That's why it's good that it smells like pilau.
Don't go off the spoon, you know?
Yeah, that's all live. That's how you see a live session. But actually, time is an important factor also to cool the food down, but you just heat it up. And now we have to look at Mushai's face.
Would you say it's good?
Yeah, I'd say it's good. It tastes really nice. Can't wait for the meat to be put inside, so that you can have some meat inside. But it tastes good. It tastes marvelous. I mean, we've all been waiting for this. It's really there. And yeah, I'm tasting pilau. It's really good. Big up.
So now, after we forced Mushai to eat the vegetarian version of it, we will still let the version with the chicken cook for a little while. But for you guys at home, maybe you are almost ready with your food. We won't keep you from starting to eat. And we send you all the best wishes at home. Maybe you enjoy with your people at home, maybe you enjoy it alone. But we hope you enjoyed this night with us and actually have a very nice session now eating the pilau masala.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed this evening. I hope you succeeded in cooking alongside, or maybe you watched the stream the next day or the next day after, whatever. And I hope you all succeed in cooking this very simple but very effective dish, which is very nice. And also, maybe for the future iterations, try to get your hands on, thank you, one of those spices here, one of the masala spices, or do it yourself. Like we did. It doesn't matter. The final result is all that counts. And if it tastes good, then there's nothing else to say. So, have a nice evening and goodbye.
And thank you so much, Jonas, for leading us through and all the team that made this possible. See you all on Wednesday and have a good night and enjoy the food.
Bye bye.
La 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 la.